All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. I'm gonna try and do this all in one take, as I don't want to talk about everything in this video or go on about everything until I have some gameplay to show you guys along with this and to get my own impressions. But today we finally, we finally, for all you competitive players out there, we finally have some Halo Infinite esports discussions. Now I want to talk about this just a little bit and just go over a little bit about my history with Halo, what I've been playing in Halo, how I came to join Halo, and why I do the things that I do and why I make competitive videos. Essentially, I just got like a little hiccup right there. Essentially, what I started off with gaming was Call of Duty and Halo. Those were the two big juggernauts that really brought me into first-person shooters and competing. In this video, we're going to talk about not only Halo esports, but we're going to talk about the future of Halo esports and what they can do to succeed. And the reason why we're going to be talking about this and that I'm the right person to talk about this is because I've been a quote-unquote pro before. Now, I use that term loosely in both Call of Duty and Halo. Yes, I went and I competed. Yes, I have made enough money to make a living off of them. Maybe not so much now, you know, competing, but back then I did, and I did place fairly well at Halo events such as Halo LANs, whether they were amateur. I went to a couple MLG nationals, kind of a little bit competed there every now and then. Didn't do very well in them. I wasn't that great of a player. I'm not no snipe down, no excuse me, no snake bite, no trippy. I'm not none of those players, but I can hold my own. I am a fairly good Halo player, and I did exceed expectations in Halo 3, and then that's where I launched my competitive circuit over to COD. So with Halo going back to esports and making a good ecosystem for esports, I want to say that I'm excited, but I'm cautiously optimistic. For Halo to be great and for Halo to succeed in the esports realm like it once did, there's got to be a lot of changes that need to be made to the way Halo esports is done in the world right now. So they just dropped an article, and we're going to go over the article. We're going to give my thoughts and my opinions on them. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys agree or you disagree with me. As always, constructive criticism is always welcomed. How do you feel about Halo Infinite? You know, the tech preview, let me know. I don't have a key or a beta code or anything to get into that, so I'm on the outside looking in. I have been enjoying it, but watching people play bots just isn't that fun. And then as well, let me know what you guys think about the esports discussion in this article. All this article and everything you're about to see will be in the link in the description below, so read it for yourself, check it out, and let's get that lovely transition going. Alrighty, make sure everything's good on my Streamlabs over here. So, designing the Halo esports ecosystem. That's what we're talking about today, the Halo esports ecosystem. I'm not going to go through and read everything he's saying. Essentially, in the first bracket, he's saying, hey, look, it's nice that everybody wants to come in here and talk about esports. That's all he's talking about. So what the big debate is, everybody wants to know, is are we going to be on PC? Are we going to be on console? Are we going to be crossplay? How is it going to work at LANs? And that's what they go through. So Halo Infinite will be crossplay for all online tournaments. Now that essentially means that whoever's on Series X, Xbox One, and PC will be playing against each other. Obviously, us on PC will have an advantage. We have more FPS, we have higher hertz monitors, but the Series X can keep up. It does have 120 hertz, 120 FPS. There will be 120 hertz monitors. I'm pretty sure that there's 144 hertz monitors that you can get for the 120 frames that the Xbox is running. So with that taken in mind, that is what they're saying. There is FOV and all that stuff. There shouldn't be a major difference like it is in like Warzone or Call of Duty, but for us at the moment, Halo Infinite will be crossplay. And honestly, I'm not gonna say it's a bad thing or it's a good thing. I just think, man, if you're not on a PC, again, you're gonna be at a disadvantage, right? If you have to play against on a Series X or even a One, God forbid a One, but if you have to play on those consoles and you have to play against PC players, I mean, you're just gonna be at a disadvantage. Simply that. Now, they also did talk about the LAN scenario. They talked about what's going to be happening at LANs and what's going to be going on over there. Essentially, what's going to be happening is on these LANs, or whenever we're in the middle of these tournaments, at these sites, wherever they're going to be, there is going to be Xbox, which is for the open bracket. So a Series X for the open bracket, and then the pro players, if you get into the pro play through the open bracket, then you'll be able to in the pro play use the PC. So there'll be a switch for you there. The reason that they said this is because obviously it's easier to set up a bunch of Series X's than there is to set up a bunch of PCs. They're planning on running like 300 brackets, 300 group brackets, like back in the day, like Call of Duty Black Ops 4 type of brackets. They're planning on hosting that much consoles, that much players, that much groups. They want a lot of people to be playing, and that's really good to see. I have no problem with this. You know, if I competed, and I do compete, obviously I wouldn't have a problem using a console, as long as it's all on the same platform, it's all on the same even playing ground, I guess you would say. I'm fine with that. So as far as lanes goes, that makes sense. They talked about why they did it. You know, always, or obviously you're not going to use a console. People want to play on PC, like everybody in esports knows that. Then they said all PC. Why we didn't do all PC? Essentially, like I said, there's not enough to go around for the PCs. It would be harder to set up. Consoles just make everything easier. It gives them more room, gives them more space, and allows for less technical issues. All right, it's worth noting that Halo Infinite will run at 120 FPS on Xbox Series X, which is twice the frame rate as Halo 5. This will be without question the most competitive console experience ever, and from a Halo perspective, there are no differences. Now, again, moving on. Let's talk about mouse and keyboard versus controller. Now, again, but let me just state this, man. Everybody gets into this tobacco. I use both mouse and keyboard and controller. I'm good with both. I'm not equal. I'm saying I'm a little bit better than with controller. I've been playing controller most of my life. Obviously, I should be better with controller, but I have significantly upped my mouse and keyboard settings and my mouse and keyboard skills. I've been doing that through playing Valorant and playing other games. Look, man, just get good with both of them. Honestly, that's what I recommend. Expand your games, expand what you play, expand how you play the game. It makes you a more well-rounded gamer. And if there's something that comes out that you can't play or you don't want to play, because I don't want to get off the controller, it makes no sense, man. Again, we have preferences. I would be playing Halo mostly on controller, but other games I prefer to use mouse and keyboard. All right, so let's just get that out of the way. I understand the aim assist versus non-aim assist thing, but mouse and keyboard has more direct aiming, and not only do they have direct aiming, mouse and keyboard also has things such as AD King and stuff like that. So there are advantages to both. I'm not getting into this war. I don't care about this war. As long as they're both balanced and there isn't like an obvious overwhelming favorite like Warzone's controller aim assist, then we should be good. So what they basically said in this article, again, because of that, we're going to allow players to compete on controller or mouse and keyboard regardless of platform. This is fine. I have no problem with this. I feel like Halo MCC has done a really good job at balancing controller and mouse and keyboard. I have no problems playing against a mouse and keyboard player on Halo MCC. Like, I never ever had that issue whatsoever, as long as they give me the option in public matchmaking to disable and enable input-based matchmaking. Now, you may say, if you don't have a problem with it, why is this so? Some things you just don't want to play that way, right? I want to play just against controller. I just want to go up against the controller maybe one day. Maybe I'm just like, hey, man, I just want to see how this works. Just give me the option. More options, the better, which I have no problems or no issues or, excuse me, no skepticism that they're not going to do that. So, again, our aim is not to arbitrarily settle the score and just pick one over the other. Our aim is to be as inclusive as possible. So, again, you will see entire teams probably on mouse and keyboard. You'll see some people on controllers. You will see all different types of things. For main stage and feature station players playing, we are requiring all players to log in with their personal accounts. So again, nothing new, nothing out of the ordinary, I guess you would say. Nothing crazy. Just log into your account and you'll be ready to go. That's pretty easy to me. Nothing wrong with that. Again, they talked about an Esports Engine account where you'll see a system, a seating. Now this is pretty big. You'll see seating and sometimes qualification that ties together in the entire ecosystem. Again, there'll be a whole bunch of esports events, a whole bunch of ranking systems, and I'm pretty sure they go way more into detail as we get closer, so I'm not going to cover that too much, but we'll see a bunch of different things through this engine account, and I'm excited to see that. Hopefully we can do LFGs, hopefully we can do something such as teamwork, looking for teams, showing off some of our stats so we can get picked up by teams. This will be a great way for Halo Waypoint to really boost up and to make sure that their esports engine really works. So all in all, in the conclusion, I don't think that this is a crazy article. It answers a lot of questions that we have, that I have, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to playing the game. Like I've said many times, not only am I looking forward to playing the game, I'm looking forward to competing. I'm not personally wanting to be a competitor. I am going to be on the bench of a team that I have already discussed with at this moment, but I don't plan on playing extensively as far as competing. However, I will be playing, making videos, going over discussions, doing map reviews, doing VOD reviews. We'll be doing all that type of stuff, scrims and everything. I'm mostly into coaching and managing, but again, I have no problem playing as well. I will play from time to time. I just don't want to compete as a player anymore. I'm too big brain for that. You know what I mean? Well, let's get this transition going, man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed the video, again, let me know in the comment section below. If you disagree with me, agree with me, again, let me know down there in that box. Thank you guys for tuning into the video today. Well, I will continue to keep you updated on everything Halo Infinite Esports related on this channel. We're going to continue to talk about that. That's my baby right now. I'm really hoping Halo Infinite's really good in the esports scene. For my sake and your sake alike, we really need Halo to be a formidable esports again. We need that, man. Like, I really, really want to see that happen again. So, I'll be keeping you guys up to date with it. As soon as I get some gameplay, I'll get some gameplay over here. We'll talk about everything, how they fit, how the matchmaking, and how everything's going. But again, I don't have an invitation, so we'll see how that goes. We'll see how it all plays out. Thank you guys for tuning into the video. It's your host, your man, Zai AZ. Bless up. As always, God bless. And I'll see you guys in the next one.